Feels good to have a cigarette, man. Just starting. Just a second. 1 second there. Mm. Oh, mm. We'll get cracking in just a couple of seconds there. A big one today. Right. What's going on, champs? Hope you guys doing well. Thank you so much for attending the show. It's 100 episode 119. Fucking hell, 119. 119. Bloody hell, that's a lot of numbers there. Been doing this for like quite some time now, about 3-4 months, and I really appreciate you guys coming on the show, checking out the TA and whatnot, and then like hit the likes, hit the subscribe button, and let's get this going as well. So this episode in particular is actually in partnership with Metaverse Monkey. Shout out to these guys, Metaverse Monkeys. They're actually minting tomorrow. The start of the mint is tomorrow. If you guys recall, I believe it was last week. Last week I did and a special, pretty much an episode. I spent half an hour going through the whitelist, literally everything in detail. So I'm not gonna do the same thing again. We're just gonna talk about a little bit about the minting itself. I just want to just briefly touch base on these guys as well. What they are, all right? It's like a millionaires lounge. We spoke about it last time. I'm gonna speak about it again one more time. So it's like a group of networks itself. They're doing 999 NFT, just 999. They're not doing anything more than that. So if you hold these NFTs, you are eligible to enter in the TS7 network itself. And within there, it's a lot of like it's you got access to education, access to trading, access to plans, access to people. Everybody there. It's like it's the place you want to be. It's like like imagine Andrew Tate, right? Andrew Tate, right? And you want to be in his club, right? But to be in Andrew Tate's club, he ain't gonna talk to you, right? Unless you're a top G, unless you're a real top G. But Metaverse Monkey is like the Andrew Tate in crypto. That's what it really is, actually. That's the best analogy I can give, actually. That's probably the sickest one I can give. It's a place where you want to be. You want to be there. You want to check it out. Definitely do check out the website. The website is www.ts7trading.com/nfts. Read it out. Check out the white paper here. You can go down and you can also check out some more. There's all the information you need. Everything's all in here. It's freaking pretty much. And obviously, remember the first gen and second gen we're talking about. First gen, if you're the original the holder, a minting costs $999, and the second gen will go for about $4,000. And as you can see, some of the powers you've got to hold it in being a first gen, you get early holder effect, tier 7 world class course as well, usually 2.5K, access to exclusive investments, dedicated crypto community, and like I said to you guys, crypto shadow. When it comes to alts as well, the guy's a fucking gangster, a straight up G. When it comes to trading, hats off to him. I'm like when on alts, I'm not gonna defy him. He tells me some of these shit, like some of these coins as well, and I talked about it last time as well. When he said, check out this coin, buy this coin, buy that coin. I don't fucking ask questions. I mean, I should do like definitely do your own research, but I don't really ask too much question because the geezer is just so in tune with alts. Really, really, really is a bad motherfucker. That's why he really is as well. Check it out as well. Definitely do check it out. The mint details are here. Mint price is $1,000 on Ethereum. Starting the 1st of December. Right, so that's the first one. Do we have any information on that? And then total supply is 999. So round one, right? So the max available mint is 333. So you do want to get in as quickly as possible, and it's going to happen from the 1st of December tomorrow till the 10th of December. And then the bonus for this round, you get a free airdrop in February. You don't want to miss that free stuff. Free stuff is always good. The second one, rank allowed, rank 1 and 2 free for round 2. So you can max available 665. That's everything done. And then again, you get a free airdrop in February. And that's happening on the 1st of December. Rank 1, individual with high levels of investing capital, trading experience, connection of guarantee. Rank 2. And wait, I think I'm missing something. So this is their recent tweet, right? On the information they have. There we go. That's it. That's what I was looking for. So, round one will happen in the 1st of December, right? That's it. There we go. The 1st of December, mint is available is 333. The ranks allowed is 1, 2, 3, which we discussed right here. Rank 1, individual with higher levels of investing capital, trading experiences, connections or influence. I'm going to jump into that one. Individuals with rank 2 is people with something to offer, impressive applications or mid-investing trading experience. And rank 3 is noobs or those with mediocre or normal whitelist application, limited spots available. So those three ranks are available on the 1st to 10th of December. Then there will be the second round, which is the final round. That's going to happen in January the 10th to January the 24th. So if you miss out the first round because it's gone so quickly, you can jump in on the second round. So don't. Unfortunately, there's no bonuses on the second one, but do not miss out. Do check out the tweet there. If you go to Metaverse Monkey on Twitter, the information is all there. Give it a follow, smash up the likes as well, and then check it out there. It's literally this picture here, the one that was done November 27th. This one here, click on that. All the information is all on here, okay? Hopefully that helps there. So let's get cracking. So what's going on? I mean, like Bitcoin, fucking hell. Bitcoin has done something ridiculous though. Pump during Asia. I had a short as well, the bastard, right? On Bitcoin. I was looking at the 1 minute. We'll discuss about a scalp in a bit. I had a short yesterday, right? Entered the short, I openly said it. And then this is where it gets interesting now. I'm just going to talk about this. Before I do so, let me do the shout. We got Daink Country Club, we got Guna, Crypto Falcon. What you saying, my bro? Shout out to Falcon, man. He's a geezer. Back in 2020, me and him was really like in tune with each other, and like he was a really good friend of mine. I have a lot of love for him as well. His Twitter. Let me plug him in. Always good to plug in, brothers. Falcon. There we go. Crypto Falcon OFF off. That's the geezer. He's sick as well. Really, really good. He's into crypto and equities as well. So I know some of you guys have been asking, do I trade equities and bonds and the stock markets and whatnot? He's definitely a geezer you want to follow as well. So do check him out, 100%. So what was I saying? Yeah. So shout out. Got John Gabush in the house. Cryptique, Justin, morning to you. Bon Biggie's here, man. Big love to you, man. Beatnik Trade. I haven't seen you for a while, man. How you been, bro? Cryptique's in the house as well, which I've already said. A-Class is here. Stanley, badass. Ed, how you doing, Ed, man? Fucking hell, it's been a bit of a mental one in the last couple of days, hasn't it been, Ed? So, smash up the likes, hit the subscribe button, and let's get cracking. I'm going to talk about my trading in terms of the stop loss, where I got stopped at, and how, what you'd be looking for in X, Y, and Z, okay? So, number one, took a trade, right? So, this is the trade itself. I chased the drop here on the 5 minutes. Let me explain to you on the 5 minutes what I was doing, all right? So, if I remove all this, right, and let me see, where was the fucking, there we go, right? So what it was, I was looking at this particular area here, right? So you got this low here, right, and this high here. This is a range bound environment, as you can see, right? What happened was there was a particular block I was looking on the 5 minutes. I think it was here. This is where I was looking for at first. I was looking for, hold into it, spike up. Once we spike up, I could have entered in here, stop loss above here, stop loss above here, play it back down. I mean, once we get down below here, this is your confirmation to play down the next level itself. So it didn't do that. It didn't do the spike that I wanted, which I discussed yesterday. Instead, it decides to drop below here, and then this is where I chased it here. I chased it here with a stop loss there. So then what happened is, if I bring in my levels, right, what happened is you can see where I entered in exactly there. So what happened was, right, I see this. This was a consolidation over here. Price came in, support, we came back up. Then we come into here and we start losing this. When we start losing this, I'm like, okay, then as long this high holds, we're good to go for the downside. I should have brought my stop loss to break even. That's the dumb move I did. I didn't bring my stop loss to break even. Kind of was a bit too focused on not focused, but I was watching the World Cup. Senegal was playing as well. I really wanted my African countries to win. For those who don't know, I'm Mauritian. I'm from Mauritius, and from the continent of Africa. So of course I'm going to support the fellow Africans as well. Like France. France is African, so big up France as well. Like Africa won the World Cup in 2018, so we're going to do it again, inshallah. But we'll see what happens anyway. Well, I'm UK, England first, and then obviously the African countries. So this is where I would have been wrong. I should have brought my stop loss over here, right? Or even to break even. Come into there. We step into Monday's high. And so if you look at it this way, let me just delete this, right? We don't need to worry about that. We all know I got stopped out, so what's the point of having it there? So when I was watching, I was reading the chart, right? We were coming into here, right? We're finding resistance on Monday's high. So I'm like, okay, if we are going to find resistance on Monday's high, I'm looking for target 1, target 2. After we get here, do we hold a support? I'd cut the trade, right? Then it hold above, cut the trade over here. If we were to get below, play the trade back down to target 3, squeeze it down to see if we can come into target 4, maybe like front running over here. All right, so that's what I was kind of looking at. So what happened was we start finding a support many times. Oops, at the 75% of the range. Start making lower highs. I'm like, all right then, cool. As long as we lose this level here, then I can go into this area here and then squeeze it down to mid-range. That's what I was looking for. I wanted this level to hold. We spiked up, and I'm like, ah, bastard. So we spiked up, and I was like, no worries, it's all perfectly fine. And this happened around the England time. I don't know why when England played, that's when we decided to spike up. Should have fucking spiked down, bastard. But anyway, we spiked up, and you can see that block that I've highlighted, that holds. That holds, and we get below here, and we've started finding resistance. Now, around here, right, just like after the halftime, I had a bit of a migraine, so I didn't get to watch the chart itself. I completely knocked out on the sofa, and I missed the rest of the game. I only watched it afterwards when I woke up at like, I think like 5 o'clock. I woke up and I got a notification, got stopped out. I'm like, oh fuck, never mind. I didn't take profits. Like Morningstar, at least we took some profits, boss. Do you know what? I didn't take any profits here, right? I always say target 1, target 2, target 3, target 4. I always say that. I work it level to level. And I say this for you guys, right? Just because I didn't take profits doesn't mean you shouldn't be taking profits. And this is like me journaling. So if I'm journaling my errors and my faults, you guys should be doing the same thing on your own charts as well. So what happened is, I mean, knowing, like, I knew what I should have done. I knew I should have brought my stop loss here. I knew that. I don't know why I didn't do that. Just wanted to get down below here. Then I'd be like, all right, then I can bring my stop loss from here to here. This is what I would have looked to bring my stop loss here and been in profit as well. But it's a bit of a dickhead move. Never mind, it is what it is. What happened is we come back up, grind below it, shoot back up, and this pump over here, if I was around, if I didn't have a migraine around here, this drop over here at around 8:30, I would have looked to cut the trade itself. The reason why, because this is like a pivot. Price is hugging the price around here. We're hugging it so many times, and we're just consolidating around this particular area here. So the probability, right, would have actually decreased on my favor. Why? Because I wanted this to act as resistance to come back down. But instead, what we do, we get back up, we hold support, we do a quick spike into it. That's your final chance. We find support over here, gives you another opportunity to actually long or even cut the trade itself, and then blast off like a motherfucker during Asian, and he fucking ripped like a motherfucker. What happened to this happen? At fucking 12:30 in the morning. Damn. And now we're just stuck here. 75% of the range is all done. If you guys recall from yesterday, I was saying to you guys, right? Let me just, I think I'll just bring you up and just let you know. I was saying to you yesterday, right, that I would have wanted price to come back down to here. At least at a minimum into this area. Oops, that's not right. At least at a minimum into this area here, right? And I really wanted to come into either here or here, find some support. I can actually get in with a hard stop here for a blast off here. I explained the whole thesis yesterday, why I'm thinking there's a bit of there's a move on the upside. I'm not gonna do that again. You can check it out yesterday. So that's what I was looking at. Fucking hell, man. What is this 669 triple X front is, man? Fucking hell. Thank you, Cryptique. What's going on, Adam? How you doing, brother? So I really wanted to go into there, but this is trading. Sometimes it doesn't come into a buying opportunity here or into here. It doesn't do that. What do? Do I mope about it? Do I get sad about it? Do I say, oh shit, fucking I should have longed it? Why I shorted it? No. I had my reasoning for why I was looking for shorts. My reasoning, right? And that's the thing is that you as a trader individually should do the same thing as well as a reason. You got to reason yourself why you're short. For me, there was two factors that I was acting as, well, three factors I was looking for shorts there. The first factor, right? Let's do this, right? Because everyone likes trend lines. This is the trend line. You can see this trend line is holding as resistance. Okay? You can see right here. Resistance, and we were spiking up as resistance. That's the first factor. So I'm like, okay, if we're finding resistance, I can't long resistance. That's number one. Number two, what's my second factor? My second factor is, right, we are at the mid-range, okay? The fact that we got down below the mid-range, I'm quite happy to say, yeah, break down here, let's step it down further, and below the mid-range is acting as resistance. I'm happy to take the trade there. That's the second factor. The third factor for me as well at the same time is that we got back into Monday's range. Yes, you see how the price, right? There's a tiny ass deviation right here. There's a small deviation above Monday's high, then gets back below, then comes at 75%, and then does a blast off. That's a factor for me already, because if like normally what you would like to see is something like this. Let's say you got Monday's high or a range band environment, and then you got a range low. When you see price come into it, right, let it do its thing, right? So once we get back up, we see a clean smash up, right? You can retest into this area, show me bullish market structure. I'm looking to play the longs. That's one. The second one is, are they coming back down? Get down here. Once we get back below here, that's your confirmation to take the shorts. That's what you're looking at, these kind of areas there. So what was happening in this one was like this. He came down, did this, whatever he wanted to do, and he started consolidating over here. Then we come back down here. So the fact that it's not a clean smash is this, to me, looked like a deviation at the time. I have to admit, it looked like a deviation, but instead it comes back down, finds support the 75% range, and this is a quick blast off. So I had several reasoning for me to actually be on a short. I was wrong. Move on. What can you do? You caught me out, bro. I caught you out. What do you mean? What? You was watching that 69 triple X fun. Sorry, Brian. I actually kind of blocked them there. Cryptique did actually. So now we've smashed up, right? Looking at this, right? Let's just have a look. How do we play this? It's gonna 1 hour. What's going on, Steve? How you doing? Starting a bit early. I've got to head off at 11:15. I've got to look after my mom. Take her shopping quickly. Well, not shopping. I just got to do a few things for her. It's just like a 20-minute, half an hour thing anyway. So I thought I'd just do it at 10 o'clock and get it out the way. And then I had the whole day. So I don't really want to chill out with my mom in it. Like, I'm not trying to be I'm not saying my mom's uncool in it, but I don't want to actually like miss out opportunities on trading in it. Like, my mom's my mom, don't get me wrong, but it's weekday in it. I'm working. I've got to work. Like, I'm taking some time out of my mom, like for my mom in it, but I've got to fucking do my own thing at the same time. You know how it is. But exactly on the next, exactly. Next trade is what, right? So this is where it gets interesting now. So this is the range band environment we're playing in, okay? We are playing again. The same thing hasn't changed. Nothing has changed. Although we had a spike up of like $300, right? It's $300 fucking dollars. Why are we getting excited? Why are you worried about? Oh, I missed it. You haven't missed shit. You haven't missed anything, right? If you missed, my nose is fucking itchy, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. Sometimes I feel like I should do a Michael Jackson and remove my nose. Fucking hell. What was I saying? So yeah, sometimes you feel like you missed the trade. Oh, like, what do I do? What? Nah, man, you ain't missed shit, man. The only thing you're gonna miss, right, is an opportunity. The opportunity you gotta look for is, how do you work this out then? Remember I said to you, trading is 90% plan, 10% of it is the trade. So you spend the 90% of actually looking for a plan. I've got my range band environment. I know what I'm looking at. We did discuss, right, from Monday. Sorry, excuse me. We did discuss on Monday that we've taken out the liquidity on Monday's low, right over here. We discussed that. I said to you guys that the next liquidity is over here, this Monday's high, right, which was like 2 weeks ago. So we're just taking that liquidity from the downside. Now we're going to take the liquidity on the upside. A pullback is one thing to play at range band, wherever he wants to do. We'd take some profits over there, like wherever it is in the Monday's range. Now we've popped up. We've come up to 75%. We're holding that 75%. Now I know if I look at this high here, if I just mark this high across, what have we taken out? We've taken out all these stops over here, stops over there, all these stops there, stops here. That's a double top right there. We've got stops here taken out. That's a double top right there. We're taking out the stops there. There's two particular stops that we need to take out. This one here and this one here, A and B. That's all we got to do left now. So how do I play this? We got a fair value gap, an inefficiency, whatever you want to fucking call it. Doesn't fucking matter. Does it now? Most of you guys, right, will be looking. BRB need a PPE. Bro, you know what? BRB, I didn't even bother looking at a short. I saw some geezers looking at shorts yesterday on BNB. Oh, you need to be right back. Sorry, my bad. Take your time, man. Wait, what's going on, brother? We got Ning in the house. Is Ning in the house? I don't see her. Where's Ning? Yeah, is Ning here? Oh man, must be getting blind. Anyway, but yeah. So a lot of you mans, I'll be like, oh yeah, we've got this inefficiency here, right? So we're gonna have to come back down and play it down over here to fill out all this inefficiency or fair value gap. That's what a lot of people's thinking. Am I right or wrong? I'm guessing I'm right, right? I believe I am right, and that's what most people will be thinking. Now you got to think about this as this is how would, if you were to play this fair value gap, how would you do that? Because the same thing happened to BNB. Look at BNB, right? BNB, where was it? It took out the stops over here, the bastard, didn't it? What do you call it? BNB, yeah. When I entered in here the first time, I was looking to play that inefficiency. Did it do it? No, it didn't. When I entered here, right, when I chased it from here around there, I was looking for the inefficiency. Well, we do a fast drop, and then once we get back down, I was saying once we lose this area here, play this inefficiency here. Was I right? I was wrong, because we popped up. I cut the trade at 0.6. I think 0.6 profit. It was minor, very very minor, but it doesn't really matter. Profit's profit. Alhamdulillah for that. So then I'm looking at what's the next thing. Does this inefficiency got to be traded? Well, not exactly, because why? Fuck off. We've already had. So if I were to highlight this inefficiency to there, we've already had prices been trading on the left hand side over there. So we don't need to fill this out just now. We can fill it out afterwards in the future. So we can start looking for longs. I mean, if I were to fill out this inefficiency, the confirmation would have to be something like that. Come back down over here. Come back down over here. Play it down there. Find resistance of these lows over there. And then I can say, yeah, this is my confirmation for me to say, yeah, inefficiency is going to be filled out. To say, yeah, this is going to be filled out. So saying that with the same principle, going to BTC, does this inefficiency need to be filled out? Using the same principle, let me just highlight the low over here to the high over there. These trading, they've already been traded on the left hand side. It doesn't need to fill it out now. If we were to fill it out, what I would like to see is break down over here, bearish market structure. Then we can say, yeah, I can take a short here. That's when I'll be like, happy to take the confirmation there. Because to me right now, the magnet in price is this. It's like, remember we talked about a magnet, right? You're holding a magnet to a metal, right? To a piece of metal. And the closer you get to the metal, that metal is going to fly into your fucking magnet. And right now, we're getting so much closer to this magnet here. So do we need to fill this out? Not exactly, right? So looking at that, right? So we can actually have bullish and bearish plans to see how we can play this. It's not a big deal, right? So as a day trade, right? Well, short term, I'd say scalp actually, because we're so close to the fucking target there. I'm going to do this on the 5 minutes there. I did it on the 1 minute on the on Twitter itself, right? I mean, let me show you on the Twitter profile. Yeah. So this is the plan itself, right? Let me hide myself so you guys can see it. So what we got there is the bullish scenario, all right? What we got here is literally the range low. This low here, deviation, support. This low holds. We come back down here, support. This low holds. This low holds there. That's your validation. If you want to take a trade from a range bound environment to play at least up to here, it's you. Let me just change the colors. At least the colors doesn't confuse the shit out of you, right? So this low holds, right? We got higher lows there. We come as support. So this is a very key factor there. So as long as it holds there, we can play back into these highs over there. So that's the first section that we can look at as a scalp trade within this area, which I will bring up in the chart there. Now the confirmation play for me really comes down to once we break above these highs there. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let me bring up my chart and I'll do it myself. All right, let's go on the 1 minute. Right, I think everyone likes a bit of scalp here and there. Let's just see what we can get. I didn't enter the trade at the time, although I know that I was like pretty much correct for range high. What had I do? Yeah. There we go. So what we got here? We got this low. Let me just bring this over here. Bring my head up, back up. There we go. There's my face. You can see that. So what we got here is literally this. We've got this particular low here. That's the low. And what's the high? It's right this high there. We're so close to the high itself, right? So now, I'm not in any trade. I should have fucking entered in. I knew I was fucking right, but at the same time, because when you're preparing yourself for a stream, you can't really take trades so often. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends on my fucking mood, really. Let's finish off the cup of tea. Go finish off the cup of tea. Let me make another cigarette there. But smash up the likes, man. There's 45 of you guys here, man. Come on, show me some love, man. So the point everyone's trying to wonder is, are we bullish, right? So before we carry on the plan itself, right, and while I'm preparing myself for a cigarette, what I need you guys to remember, right, is that today is the 30th of November. Tomorrow's the 1st of December, which means what? It is the year. It's the yearly. It's a fucking monthly close. So we're gonna have a bit of a dead PA here and there and whatnot. It is Wednesday. Wednesday we do have. That reminds me, we have the Fed speech today. Fucking some bullshit Fed speech. Where is it? Wednesday. Where the fuck's Wednesday? Fuck you. Yeah, 6:30. Powell speaks. Right. So we got that coming out today. Right. So me personally, right, I'm happy to take little scalps here and there. Right. So reduce my risk, play the scalps. I need to make up that losses there because I've got a loss on my account today. Or from during Asia itself. I don't really like taking losses. It happens. But what do I need to do? I need to look for confirmation to play it in a way that I can make that money back and then make more and beyond. So We got that as well. So if you're gonna take any trades, I say be very cautious on your trades, right? We got the monthly close, right? Once we got the monthly open coming out tomorrow during well midnight in the UK time, we'll have a bit more of a clear sight of what's going on. Then we can play from the monthly open, support and resistance from there, right? And looking at what the range band environment comes down to. So going back to BTC, it's a monthly close, right? So I'm just looking for small trades. Do we hit this target today? I'd be quite happy with that, right? Ideally before the Fed power, because we've got France playing today at 3 o'clock, right? My African team has got to win today, and at the same time we've got freaking Fed Powell speaking at 6:30. It's nothing major as in like FOMC, but what he speaks will have an impact on the market there. So the first aspect for a long itself is once we get back up, right? I won't take a trade now, right? Unless if you want to take a trade there, you're gonna have to go below the range low itself. That's your stop loss there with anticipation of breaking up on the upside. I mean, we could come up here and start finding resistance, and I can take a short over here, playing like as a scalp play back down to range low. I could well do that. At the same time, if I'm looking for longs, what I'm looking for is once we get back up, hold above it. You see this particular high here? Once we get back above these highs, show us higher highs, hold the support. This is my confirmation for longs. Take it out. The next objective will be here in this particular high here, this low over there. Why is it there? Can you see this low here act as find support, gets back below resistance, and then sells off. So that's going to be an area of a short there, or not a short, but of a reaction. That's target one. Let it do its thing. If he wants to pull back up and whatever he wants to do, once we get back above here, hold above there, and then we go to the next set of targets there. If you haven't entered in, you can play up as a quick scalp all the way to 17.19. That's it. That's pretty much it. And that takes out the highs. What happens next? I don't fucking know. Nor do I give a shit, right? I really don't care if he goes up or down. If he was to go up, right, then basically we want to see bullish price action, right? Bullish price action. Then we do something like this on the upside. We got 17k, 17.4k, or sorry, 17.4k and whatnot. We can work this out afterwards as well. But that's the bullish play. If I want to take a bearish play, I'm not gonna look. The only way for me to short it is really probably if this happens, right? So this is the first point of view, right? If this happens, we come back up, right? Let it do its thing, right? We know as a long, that's what we're looking for longs, and this particular area here, we're anticipating a reaction, right? Why are we gonna? Let me just put this in the 5 minutes. I don't know why I'm the fucking one. We are anticipating a reaction. Why are we anticipating a reaction? Well, in this particular area that we've just showed on the 1 minute, yeah, I think it's better on the 1 minute so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, we're anticipating a reaction. Let me try to bring this over here. Yeah, we're anticipating a reaction right over here. That's where we're looking for a reaction. Now, when price gets back up, we know we can take a long all the way into here, right? So from here, we see how we react. Once we do this, right, get back below here, this bearish market structure, gives us a confirmation to play it back down to where? At least back into this area here, these highs there. That's target one. See how you go back. I'm looking at the 1 minute, so it's all going to be scalp play, right? This is all scalp play. This is not a trade. Let me just move this to the side. This is not a trade where I'm looking to actually hold it as a day trade or anything ridiculous like that. I'm looking for just scalp plays, right? So like I said, let it do its thing, come back up, right? Once he does this, breaks down, lower lows, bearish market structure, we're coming back down. We find resistance here. I'm happy to enter in as a quick trade. And where would I be targeting? From these highs itself. Target one will have to be here. That'll be target one, and that'll be target two. These are all scalp plays itself. Then what happens is once we get back into this range over here, and he plays down, I can play it back down to range low. Range low comes into here, which is about this low here, this particular low there. That's what you're looking at, right here. Now, for the confirmation, and this is just playing within this range over here. Now, for the confirmation of the shorts itself, let me just move that down, play this here, like that, do this like that, so at least you guys can see. Now, the confirmation to play this fair value gap here. Now, I gotta look at it this way. So what do we have here? We've got this particular low here, right? I want to see us price get back below here. This to me is a dead man zone, right? So if I want to get confirmation, what I'm looking for is price to get back down, let it do its thing, Once we get back down, bearish market structure, we're acting as resistance off this particular low over here. Then I can say, yeah, we can play back down into target 1, and then target 2 would be the mid-range. There, and then target 2. That's it. This is the confirmation for me to play the fair value gap. That's the only way I will play it. I'm not looking for the fair value gap now. Reason why is because if the market is really, really bullish, it's not going to fill out the fair value gap right now. It will fill it out when it wants to fill it out. That's all it is. So you just got to take your time and just follow the price as it comes, like step by step. What's going on, Jordan? How you doing, brother? 1 second there. What else we got? Michael Caffrey, man. How you doing, man? John Cena. Red Lewandowski views Messi. Yeah, that's true, actually. Poland versus Argentina. I think that's in the evening, isn't it? 7 o'clock. Good game. I want Poland to win. I'm team Poland, man. I do like Messi as a player. I really think he's an amazing player, but I don't know, man. I gotta stick to the Polish, man. These Polish motherfuckers. Like, shout out to FMG, shout out to Crypto Burb, any other Polish motherfuckers over here. Shout out to you guys as well. So I know more Polish people than I know Argentinians, so gotta go with my boys in it. But yeah, we'll see. I don't want Messi to win, to be honest. I may like the guy as a player, but I just don't want him to win. I just don't want him to win the World Cup. I just want an African team, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really want someone like Cameroon. No, Cameroon. Well, yeah, something like Senegal, man. Keep it in the African continent. Yeah, I was saying Oliver. I can't even say your name, bro. Oliver, Oliveira. That's it. Fucking hell. Can't say that. Sorry about that. If I should subscribe to my service or SCs, and what are the differences between your services? By the way, don't mean to be rude, just don't have the best English. That's all good. It's entirely up to you. I'm not here to say to you guys, oh, come to my service and don't go to someone else's service. You can always do that. You can always choose what you want. My service in particular, I mean, I can't speak for other people, other services out there. It's entirely up to you. My service runs on a Discord platform. So there's a community that we build as well. It's not just my setups as well. I do allow the other members to post their setups and their ideas and their trade ideas, and we do a lot of education and whatnot. We do live sessions, X, Y, and Z. So it comes down to what you prefer. Honestly, you can you guys can all decide for yourself. I don't feel like it's because you have to remember SC. He is my mentor, so I'm always gonna have a lot of respect for him as well. So not just SC, just everyone in general. I'm gonna always have respect for other people. So whether it's someone else's group or like TS7, for example, which we discussed about the Metaverse Monkey, or whether it's my service or SC service, or for example, there's loads out there, right? There's loads out there. But you've just got to. What I would say to you and to everyone else is that if you have a certain influencers that you're kind of leaning towards to, and you listen to their views, and you're interested in how they play their game and what they do and how they make their plans and that kind of stuff, that's the one that you go to. That's my personal opinion. I would never say to you guys, come to mine, don't go to anyone else. That's fucking rude, guys. But really and truly, just go to a server that you're very happy to go to, because you respect the influencer. You'll be loyal, and you will actually be approach the whole thing in a very dignified way. So thank you so much, John Capuch. I appreciate that as well. I mean, John can say it, I can't say it, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that I know. You have to remember, like, being at 50,000 followers, you tend to know a lot of influencers out there. They have services available. That they do X, Y, and Z. So I'm never gonna shit on anyone's work on there. I would never say don't go to. I think that's evil. There's enough piece of the pie across the world for everyone to eat. I mean, you come to my service, it's £85. You go to someone else's service and it costs like 100, 200, £200 or whatever. That's entirely up to you. It's your money. It's your money. It really is you. The way I approach these kind of questions is in a very respectful way. I like to think that I'm approaching it in a respectful way. That you should go do your research, ask the questions you want to ask. You guys have seen me do my thing on a daily basis. Monday to Friday, I'm freaking in and out every day. making plans every single day, Monday to Friday. I don't really miss a beat. But like even if I got shit going on, I'd either do a bit earlier or do a bit later. But I'm there. Um, I like to believe that I'm consistent in that kind of aspect. So it's entirely up to you, Mr. Oliveira. Oliver. Fuck, man. I'm gonna call you Jo. How is it? How or Zhao? Zhao Felix. I think it's Zhao. Yeah, I think it's Zhao. I think 'cause you got Zhao Felix in it. But really and truly, you can check out the website. And if you fancy it, it's worth a try. It's like a month. You can do it for a month. If you don't like it after a month, you can always cancel it. It's entirely up to you. Never will try and force someone to stay in or to actually to come to me. No. There's enough piece of the pie. Whether you want to come to me, you can come. You don't want to come to me, it's entirely up to you guys. All right. I am Uncle Flippy. I am. Yes. Minting's tomorrow, so I'm definitely getting myself into it. You're not going to go wrong. It's hard working, consistent, brings results. But thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. I mean, look, like I said, the guys who are in the DCC, they can make these comments itself. I just don't feel comfortable making these comments myself, my bro. But hopefully that kind of gives you a bit of an aspect about it. I just want to, like, the way I want to do this, right, to play this game is like to approach it in a very respectful way, amongst others as well. I mean, you've seen the Twitter beef going on. I mean, there's one going on at the moment with two girls, man. I don't fucking know what's going on. Like, one was Crypto Finally, and the other one was Lady of Crypto. Now, I'm cool with both of them, all right? When I say I'm cool, it doesn't mean like I listen to them in terms of what they do and what they don't do. But I'm cool with both of them. I've spoken to Finally before. She used to follow me back in the early days when she was popping as well at like 80, 90,000 followers. I had about probably 2K, 3K at the time when she followed me. Lady of Crypto followed me back when I had 10K. She had about 2,000 followers at the time. Then she blew up. I'm not gonna get involved in that tweet, in that little beef in it itself. I mean, I did message them and say, yo, listen, is there any need for this? Like, just do your thing, focus on your own shit in it. Like, I've got my own shit to do, focus on it. And really and truly, like, when I say to that, I literally put a tweet out about this fucking now. Let me just cover it, because I do want to say, because if one day, I want you guys to remember this. One day, if you guys actually keep pushing on your Twitter and you become an influencer as well, just remember this, right? Where's the fucking tweet? Bear market beef is just dumb. Everyone has their own stress and problems. Focus on yourself and be better. No one really cares about you as a person except to make money. Very few are making money these times. What I'm trying to say to you guys as a whole is that is that when it comes to the bear market, everyone's sad that they can't make money, right? Whether you can't short, you can't long, or they're holding alts. There's a lot of sadness going on, a lot of scare momentum going on at the moment as well. And having beef is just done behind a keyboard, right? I'm not saying go and fight the geezer. I'm just saying to you guys that, is there any fucking need? Like, if someone was to beef me, right, you're wasting your fucking time, right? I mean, I can have a bit of a beef with you guys, right, and just diss you for fun. I'm very dark minded like that, and to me, it'd be a lot of jokes as well. It would be a lot of jokes as well. But at the same time, do you really want to have a beef with me? I'm not saying like, oh, be scared. I'm just saying, do you really want to do that? Like, or with someone else? Have you not got something to do? Have you not got bills to pay? Have you not got work to do? Have you not got fucking family to look after? Bro, just do something for yourself, man. If you're in in a very dark, depressed moment and you're very sad, speak to someone, you know? Like, the world's out there. There's like people like myself. I'm happy to actually reach out to you guys if you reach out to me. But don't fucking, start beef and talk shit, man. What's the point, man? Fucking wasting your time and wasting everybody's time. Um, yeah, I was saying the thing is I don't like is that there's too many people and not many help individually. I need something that can, yeah. So in terms of that, right, what you're saying, right, and you want to ask questions and whatnot. I think that's where I come in this kind of aspect. I'm not trying to fight anyone else, but I'm saying because we're quite a small group. We haven't got like hundreds and hundreds of followers or even thousands of followers in the group itself. It's very compact. So like it's very easy to pick on, and so you guys can ask questions. So when we do live sessions and stuff like that, it's very easy for you to actually ask a question, and amongst like 40, 50 people, right, for example, on a live session, I can answer all of you guys individually. And to be honest, we do something called VC on the Discord. I'll show you. Let me show you. So look, kind of giving out my ETH plan there. You get, fuck it, let's do it. Let's do the ETH plan there. Oh, actually, I'll run it through in a bit. But what we do is like we jump on the DCC conference, right? This is what I do. Like a lot of the times, like guys, if you're in the DCC, don't bother jumping on. I'm just running this through. We do the DCC conference, and what I do, I share my screen, for example, right? And then in the DCC, as you can see right here, you guys can actually view this. And at the same time, when you join the conference room itself, you guys can speak to me, and then it's like it's a group thing. It's very group orientated as well. You guys can ask your questions. You guys have any questions on alts or on ETH, or whatever the bullshit is, whether it's stocks or whatever, or if you just want to hang out and just chat, it's all there. It's very lively as well. I mean, a lot of people, what they do in the conference room is they actually jump in the conference room and they just chat. They chat, they talk and whatnot, and they do a lot of like they just have a conversation between one another. It's a community, right? We're trying to build a community, and that's one thing that people actually do a lot of the times. So that's there for you as well. So you guys can actually decide what you want to do. Stop the streaming. Let me exit this out there. So that's there available there for you guys as well. You will absolutely get more focus on. Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Bon Biggie. Okay, so pronounce Oliveira. Thank you, Oliveira. Yeah, man, bro, Charles Oliveira. What the fuck is wrong with me? Thank you, Steve. Morning, Nitish. How you doing, brother? All right, cool. Let's get cracking. You know what, Joe? Let me put you as admin. I don't know why I've not got you as a moderator on this. Fuck knows why I haven't got you there. Give me a second. Joe, let me add as moderator. Who else? But Piotr, let me put you as Piotr as well. Piotr's a good lad. Then can you look for questions? Oh fuck! You know what? You asked this a few times. I'm so sorry about that, Piotr. I'll sort that out as well. John, let me put you as a moderator. Who else as well? Cool. Right then. All right, cool. Let's go. Let me just put this back. I'm gonna get cracking in just a second there. See, another thing is I go on YouTube, right, and then I get this. Like, do they want me to click on it? I don't know. She's kind of peng though, I gotta say. You gotta admit, she is pretty peng though. Like, yeah, no, focus. Sorry, focus. I saw you give homework. What kind of homework? I haven't given any homework in a little while, but like, it's like some of the sessions that we've done, what we've covered. We do homework on that. So when we talk about ranges, for example, like if you guys join in afterwards, you can always do the homework and then message in and then like I because there's a little section here. I'll give you an example, right? I'm not gonna click on it anyway. There's a little section in community setup right here. And what I do, I like to watch other people, their charts and whatnot. And if I see like, oh, okay, maybe they need to tighten this or whatever, or they got a trade wrong and whatnot, and they want some help, like, okay, so like where did I go wrong, X, Y, and Z? They can always just say, they could always message me and whatnot, or even actually at me, and I can just check it out. Cool. So let's get cracking. That's BTC. We talked about the Ethereum. We talked about BTC long and BTC short. What time is it now? 10:44. Gonna head out in a bit. Ethereum. Let's do this now. Ethereum, the bastard, right? I've already exited this trade. I don't know why the fuck is this there. Ethereum, the bastard, right, has actually come up to that weekly high. This is where it gets different now, right? This is a weekly range band environment, right? So I'm going to talk about two things. Number one, right? Number one is this weekly range band environment here. What we got here, got the low, got the high. Everyone can see that. Support, resistance, deviation, resistance, smash up. We come back down, hold support, go back up. We come back down. Monthly open was bearish. We lost this monthly open. We smacked down into this area, and right now, fuck off. Right now, as everyone can see, we are stuck within this range. We are stuck within. Fuck you. What's going on? We are stuck within this range. That's all we're stuck in, right? So nothing's going on like fancy. I mean, if we were to like from an outside perspective, right? This is how I would look at it. Let me just drag this across. From an outside perspective, right? You can see we've come back down, double bottom itself. We didn't run these lows there. Then we come up to the mid range, smash above it, hold support. We come up to range high. Now, I can't really potentially take a trade myself personally. There is a little bit of a scalp trade, which we'll discuss in just a moment there. But for me to take a trade, right, there's two things. Number one is the bearish play, right? If we find a resistance over here, starts breaking down, then we can say, yeah, target one, target two. This is the mid range. If we hold support, cut the trade over here because we're going to go back to 75%. Obviously, you'll be taking profits at each level. If we come back down, bearish market structure, target 3, target 4. Taking out this liquidity there, and that'll be a very ideal play as a range band environment. That's the bearish play. The bullish play is, right, looking at this, right, so that's 1280. 1280 is capping the market, right? We know we've got 1290 right here. This area here, it's a double top on the Binance chart itself. You can see that's the weekly high, which we'll discuss in a second, right? So if we were to get back below, let it do its thing, hold support, show me bullish market structure, then I can say, yeah, take the longs there. Let's go to 14. Well, what's this level here? 1440. I think that's a very easy play. After 1440, do we hold above it, and then we can squeeze into this area here, and maybe into this area I'll be looking for, and then we'll see what happens there, because we've got this particular consolidation right over here to worry about, because we can come back down and play back down as a short play over there. So that's what we have to look out for and keep aware of that. So we're looking at 1440 as a potential play as number one. The second thing is as well, we'll look at the weekly, right? Actually, no, I'll do it on another chart. So that's that chart there. So talking about this, right, on the 1 hour, let's go on the 5 minutes. 5 minutes, I'll show you the plans. So what happened is we smashed above the this is why I wasn't too keen about taking a short on Ethereum. BTC was the more clearer one. Once we took those highs there, we get a clean bodily close above it, and we just rally up on the upside as well on the 5 minutes. So what's happening? Let me delete this. We don't need this. Right. So what's happened here is that we smashed above here. We are close to our target, right, at these highs here, which is around 1289. Right. Let's go 1290. Let's go 1290 around here. Right. As you can see, we're a double top here, a stop run over there. For those who remember, once the stop run happened, I actually played the move back down, taking out the liquidity over here. Well, played it down to around here itself, right? And then once we played it down and whatnot. Okay, so I was short over here back then. So now we're just taking out liquidity, because what we've done, like I discussed, why is it showing me this? 1 week, 1 second. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, cool. So we've got two things here, right? Number one, we've got this range band environment here. We are still within. Remember we talked about like July's range? So the deviation has been done. We're taking out liquidity from last week's low. We step back in, come back up, step back in, clean bodily candle close, up to mid-range, pull back to 25% of range, come back up to the mid-range. There's a bit of choppy, takes out the lows here. And what it does here, quite carefully, if you look here, you see this particular area consolidation? This is where you found support right over here. Did it? No, he didn't actually fucking find support there, the bastard. He found support, this bastard here. Off here. That's where he found support. And then he rallies up. I mean, you'd be targeting these areas here. Once we take out this high there, what you're looking for is any pullback, play into this area, looking to take out this liquidity over here. This liquidity there. Now, bringing these levels in, right, we are close to the liquidity over here. There's a double top there. That's the magnet in price to me. Does it have to trade over here? I don't know, right? So let's just make our plans, right? Let's go on the 5 minutes, and let's just see what the fudge is going on. Okay, number one, we got a bit of a range band environment going on here, right? So where's the range band? So what I've got here is this particular low here. Let me just delete this for a second. Put that there we go. That's much better. At least you guys can see more bigger candles. This is range low to me, and this is range high right here. That's the range band environment. Okay, what we got here, and the mid range comes in about around here. Yeah, about here. This looks about it. Looks about right. So what we got here, we got support, deviation, support, smaller deviation. But then what happened is we have a stop run. See the stop run there, which actually is a deviation. We have a stop run on these lows here. The fact we did these stop runs there now, right, and we come back into the range, that's showing me there's bullishness. Once we take out these highs here, right, if we do something like this, take above this high, gets above it, hold above it, I can say that's a confirmation for me to play back up into the mid-range. From the mid-range, looking how we react to it, take out all this liquidity over here, and come back into range high. That's just a scalp play. The reason why I'm looking at smaller time frames today is because it's actually freaking what you call it? It's a month close, so I don't really want to be trading for too long. And then at 6:30 UK time, we've got Fed talking, the Powell talking. Whether it pumps the market or shorts the market, I don't fucking know. But I don't want to start phasing it. I don't want to start trading with it within it, thinking like, oh yeah, it's gonna be bullish, because I don't fucking know. I'm not in Fed's brain in it. I don't speak to fucking Powell. But like, yo, what you saying? What's the plan for tonight? Should I long it or short it? That's not the case. No one's in that position in it. So what we gotta do is work it level to level. So once we get to range high, Do we come back down, break down below here, then we play it back into the thingy, the range itself between mid and low, and that's an easy play up and down. Okay. Now what happens is, right, if price gets back up and hold above it, I can take another scalp or hold the trade if it was to get back above it to play up to 1290, and that's the trade itself done. I'm going to keep it nice and simple. I'm not going to actually look for too much plays and see what happens. It is the monthly open tomorrow. We'll see what the deal is. That's the bullish play. We talked about the break above 1290 going to 1440. That's a very potential play. But what happens if it's going to be bearish, right? So we got all this, right? If I want to take shorts filling out these inefficiency, this is how I look to play. Let it do its thing, right? Whatever it wants to fucking do. I don't know if it comes into here, breaks down. If I was long, I take the short because it looks to break down back into this low, range low here. The confirmation is once we come into this area, it's a dead man zone here. We've got deviations happening here once, twice, 3 times already. So does it come up to here as a deviation? We don't fucking know. But once we get back below here, finds resistance, we are making lower lows, right? Then I can say, yep, confirmations over here, play it back down into 1250, and that's a very easy play for this scalp, for a scalp filling out inefficiency. Once we get back below here, I mean, we got a bit of a gap here on this is on the Coinbase chart, so it might not be very efficient. But if we get back below the 75% range, right, then I can say, yeah, we can do a pullback, at least continuation to these areas here, at least as a target there. What happens next? I don't fucking know. Does it come back down here and then reclaims and hold above it? Look to take the long back up there and then squeeze it back up to here. That's as pretty much as basic as I can make it for you guys. Hopefully that makes a bit of sense there for you guys. Any questions? Let's have a look at something else as well. Actually, 1 second there. Delete. Go on the 1 hour. Right. What we got here, right? Also, which I do want to keep in mind, is the weekly ranges, right? So if you just have a look at this, let me just highlight that, right? First things first, I want to mark out the mid range. This is July's mid range, okay? So I'm going to mark this out there. Let me put this as black, because we are still within the mid range, right? You can see clearly this is October's low. Let me actually highlight this, right? So that's the mid range of July's mid range. This is October's low, right here. There we go. This is October's low. Clean, you can see what happened there. We come back down, and this is a deviation. If we close above here, if we do manage to pull back here, I'm quite happy to play the long up to here. That's a very possible play. If it doesn't, it doesn't. What I'll be looking to do is either that or reclaim above these highs there, which is the highs we're looking at 1290. Reclaim these highs here. We're looking to play it back into here. And what does this come into? This is $1,400. Remember saying 40-40? I'll be liking taking profits at $1,400. The next set of opportunity I have is looking at this range bound environment. Fuck off. What's going on? The next set of opportunities here. And it just shows the mid range of this range here is 1340. Right? Let me just draw that out so you guys can see what the deal is. Right? So 1 second. And everyone can see what one in it. So that's the high. That's the high. That's the mid. And where we are, 75% range. And then this is 25, whichever. Doesn't fucking matter. Cool. Delete all that. So if I were to delete this, right? Fuck off. There we go. We can see what we've done, right? Found support off this low, this weekly low here. If it pulls back into here, I'm quite happy to take a long to go into here as target 1. Reclaim this area. That'll be target 2. This will be the mid range of this range bound environment here. After that, look at $1,400 and see what happens. And we squeeze above it, hold above it. Then we can go into the second part of the range, the third, thinking the 75% range, which is at 1470. And then we'll see if we can get up there. Does he go up there? I don't fucking know. If he holds above it, we know we've got a breakout on the upside. These are the ways I'm looking for it as well. So and there's a lot of like overlapping. So I would recommend you guys to have different charts to show one, like an October's range. The second thing is actually showing like a weekly range itself, and we can play it level to level and then see how it goes. It is a weekly close as well, it's like monthly close. So I'm not gonna be stressing too much about taking the trade, or I'm just looking for little scalp trades, to be honest. See, Wad saying ETH reclaim range lower on the 1 minute. That's your confirmation along with a stop loss below the 1260, right? Which does I look? So it's in 1 minute. Coinbase. Fuck Coinbase. That's a 1 second. What the fuck am I doing? 1 minute. Yeah. So, like I said to you guys, right? In terms of the trade, if you want to play that range band environment, which I was discussing, that's your low there, right? So if I was to take have a stop loss, like your invalidation will be here 1260. Is absolutely right. That's range low. This is where you're completely wrong here. Because if we come back down right into these areas here, finds resistance, then we're looking to take out the stop loss there, and I look to cut the trade here. Me personally, but for me to enter the long, I want to see a bullish market structure taking out these highs there, reclaim this, then I can take it to the mid-range to range high. Would a 5 minute close above there would be enough? Yeah, it would do because it's a scalp. So like, although I'm looking at the 1 minute, a 5 minute close above there will give me more of an indication, as you can see. So if I were to bring this out like this, that's the low. Bring it up here like that. That's the low. So again, same situation here. Where are we getting capped? Well, we're getting capped over here at this on the 5 minutes. We're literally getting capped by this particular area here. You see how that's been acting as resistance. So we could come back up, spike into it, and still break down, and then come back down here. So what I would like to see is price to come back up and reclaim and hold above it. Then I can say, yep, play to mid-range to range high, which will be around here. That's that play there. Okay. All right then. That's pretty much it, guys. Haven't got much more to say apart from that, really. We'll see how what happens. If the market is bullish, right? Though I do want to say one thing. If the market is bullish, right? Don't look. You guys are. It's your money. It's not financial advice, obviously. You guys are free to do whatever you want to do. I wouldn't start looking to start loading onto alts at the moment. All right. Me personally, sorry. Me personally, I'm not looking to load on alts at this very moment. Reason being is we've got the monthly close. I just want to see how the monthly close works. If we get above the monthly open tomorrow, and we start holding and start showing bullish price action, then yeah, I start looking to load, especially after Friday. Remember, we got the non-farm unemployment coming in on Friday, so that's going to be a bit of a disaster in terms of the PA itself, right? So I do want to see how price works out there. Don't get too excited. Play this level to level, right? And that's pretty much it. There's nothing more to say apart from that. Cool. Yeah, I'll call it a day, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow, man. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you guys soon.